What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live and low key, to be honest. Ooh, ow. Wow. I just burned myself a little bit. I didn't really burn it, but I have this little incense, you know. But anyways, that was funny. I just grabbed an incense and, it was hanging over here, and I put my elbow there. Tripod? Tripod, maybe. That thing probably needs a smaller phone. Yeah, it's for smaller phones. But it's cool, whatever. Whatever. But anyways, I'm up here anyways, charging up. So what am I gonna do? Take this off. Add a little bit more light. But just felt like doing a video about like a new just update, life update, like a new perspective and whatnot. Some people I just uploaded finally like a new, well actually not a new, an old, very old throwback picture of who I was back in the day, back in high school. And many people know that I've grown tremendously for the better, you know. Hold on. I was looking for the incense. I'm trying to find myself again. These incense are cool. They smell real good. Get some of that continuous circulating air out of the vents. But anyways, lighten it up again. But anyways, so yeah, they know I've grown tremendously, changed tremendously for the better, especially this whole vegan thing. The way I see life is a whole lot different. Of course, I don't know it all. That's every day, just like a mantra within us. We don't have to say it. We just know that. We know we're students, and we know it's a long ride. You know what I'm saying? So I keep that inside of me all the time, and to follow my heart, and there's no accidents or coincidences. So I keep that within me all the time. Hey, all the time, and that as well as just a new outlook, perspective on life. You know, I learned a lot of lessons too. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I guess the biggest thing to do, I'll be 100% honest with y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and open up about some other stuff. I always open up. All my videos, I'm super honest. I'm always honest throughout life. Honestly, that's probably why I'm so successful to where I am today. But anyways, I'll open up about some things that I have to let out and express. So to be honest, me, I've always just wanted just love. Just one true love. Just one. You know what I'm saying? Throughout my life, it never really was, I had love here and there. Always, loving family, girls, this and that. Little, little, frivolous relationships with women, girls, we're young. We're in elementary, middle school, high school, even after high school. Just little frivolous, fruity stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing not that deep, you know what I'm saying? But still, it was awesome. Still some good love in there. But then, as we grow, our perspective changes and grows as well. But to be honest, all I wanted was just one real one down one. And I have that now. I'm grateful. I have that. She's vegan, you know what I'm saying? That's awesome. And at the same time, it's also opened my mind up to a lot of other things, because to be real, I guess for me, the main thing is I would just be cool with just one, just to have a family with and things go along well and we actually live a good life, that was my first whole thing. But then I got taken on a ride. I got left, by so many women. To be honest with y'all, so many women. I have a woman recently. She stole my phone. She stole a phone that I have been given to her. So it's whatever. I let that out. And who cares? If that's all you there for is for rent and for a phone, you don't need to be in my life, to be honest. You don't need to be in my life at all. Taking an iPhone, X, whatever, get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we take them a lot. That's why we can easily just put that in God's hands. That's all I'll say. He can easily put that in God's hands, you know. But that I've had plenty of women just leave for no reason, unexpectedly, after I done poured my heart out and been true, been faithful, been loyal, all of that, all the time. I've always been that type of guy because it's already hard enough just with one woman, with one partner. You know what I'm saying? Let alone all these other people, you know. And like I finally started digging to the truth of all this stuff, you know. And finally, I'm cool with embracing this whole new love. So I'm grateful. I've always been grateful. I've always been faithful. I've always been loyal. You know, that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm that respectable of a guy, you know. But like that, and then also, you know, just being able to expand and connect with other people like how I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, stop! Just expand and connect with other people. Like, you know, how we're supposed to be. Because to be honest, growing up, we're told a whole lot of lies. From streety people who are mad about their life, who are mad about their parents not ever being in their life, who are mad that they don't have anybody that's ever shown them an ounce of love, but they take it out on us. They're the same ones that end up in detention. They're the same ones that end up locked in a block, locked in a cell for the rest of their life. They're the same ones that's dying quick and fast. They're the same ones that the masses are just bowing down on their knees, worshiping and praising, thinking that that's all there is, you know? But I've gotten past that. I'm flying past that, you know? All those lies to just some universal natural truth, you know? And that's where I find myself today, you know? Because up until now, there has been a lot of competition, and I'm walking out through a man's perspective, me, you know? Throughout my life, I have been told, oh, guess what? You gotta go watch porn. You gotta jack off. You gotta masturbate. You gotta compete. You gotta sleep with all these women. Oh, I'm sleeping with these women. I'm sleeping with those girls. Oh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her boobs. Look at this. Look at that. The same thing probably for girls, too. Talking about just a guy's only good for his genitals, you know, his shoulders, his muscles, a Rolex watch, you know, a Mercedes, this and that. All this is fluff, you know, but never like a deep thing. Never a deep thing where it's like, oh, okay, I accept you without money, with money. I accept you without a Mercedes, with the Mercedes. I accept you without a six pack, with the six pack, without tattoos and piercings, with that, you know, just as you are. And that's very, very, very rare. You know what I'm saying? That's true unconditional love. That's very rare to find. You know, out of the 7.6 billion people that they say are on this planet, it's been a very rare thing to find that. First and foremost, realize that our mom is the first woman that gives us unconditional love. Obviously, that's another story. That's our mom. That's our mom, you know. But when it comes out to us going out in the world to reproduce, to find a mate, to, you know, get into love, this and that, that's very rare. I've scared off a lot of people, a lot of women that just ran away for no reason. And I've learned that, hey, that's not my problem. It's not, because at the end of the day, both people can always do better. Both people can always own up to the responsibility. Both people are supposed to share the responsibility technically. So I've made peace with it, honestly, because I have run out of energy to even want to argue for hours at a time, for anything at a time. Argue any type of way. Any type of unnecessary stress, drama, trauma, conflict, unnecessary, heavy, toxic, burden type energy. That's out of my life, you know? I have a policy that I'm leaving that out of my life, you know? So that's that. But I know I'm going all over the place. I'm kind of freestyling, but that's who I am. That's my energy. I'm a free spirit, you know? But like, but it's real rare to find someone that actually values you for you know? And if you have that, truly, and for real, then you better treat them like just royalty, for real, because that's very rare. Because guess what do you see nowadays? Everybody's either in a rush to go to a job that they don't like, or they're like doing some fishy stuff that's just real greedy, egotistical, controlling, tough guy type stuff. Oh, I got all these tattoos, this and that. Like, oh, I steal, I rob people, you know, all this stuff, thinking they got something to prove. It's not cool, man. your girl, your family, this and that, they're not proud of that stuff at all. And that's where us, the heroes, come into play. Because when they finally, these women, these men, these people, these so-called victims, finally are able to come out of their shadows and see the truth for what it is. Where we're able to enlighten them and encourage them and help them to start flapping their wings, to help them to get out of that situation, because a lot of them are so deep in the fear, they think they're addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? But then finally, when they come across someone like me or like us, then it's like a fresh new lease of life. And they can see you as attractive, and also they can see you as a child, as a son, as a daughter. Because we're youthful. You know what I'm saying? Especially the vegan, plant-based community. Some of these older people that may be going through a whole lot of drama and stuff, or whatever age, they're attracted to us, or whatever, or they value us, our glow, or whatever. And it's like a new lease of life, because maybe a lot of them are going through some extremely rocky, turbulent, violent times, and it's not cool at all. I used to think I felt pressured into doing that. Thank God I never did, because the vibes don't lie, our heart doesn't lie, all that stuff. So that's that. I envision us as being heroes, to be honest. Y'all ever seen that movie called Dope? With ASAP Rocky and the other guy that, whatever. Bottom line is I feel like now I'm the hero, the nerdy hero. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever seen the movie called Dope with ASAP Rocky and the other guy that's from Everybody Hates Chris or something, I forgot who it is, to be honest. But bottom line is he's a little young nerd guy, and then ASAP Rocky's the big superstar, this and that, all the fame, drugs, everything, and everybody's over him. But it's a little bit, a little bit of stuff going on there, But I feel like I'm the nerd guy, whatever. I mean, I'm ultimately infinite energy, but at the same time, I can relate with that a lot, and I feel like that's what's happening now, because so long in school, this and that, all this fear, all these popularities, this and that, people going for the quick fix. But guess what? How much you want to bet all those guys you were worshiping, all those girls you were worshiping back in the day, or even now, are going to fall off within the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10, 20, 30 years. It's the truth, real true women and real true men, purposeful men and purposeful women are aware that, hey, sooner or later you got to start to calm down your life, because you're ready to have a family. You're ready to have children and offspring, and ready, whatever your stage is in life, even if it's not that, but whatever, you're ready to kind of calm down to a more harmonious space in your life to leave a legacy, throughout the community. You know what I mean? And that honestly probably will consist of a life free of extreme drama, and that's probably why the smart ones, the nerd ones win in the long run, in the end, and laugh in the end. That's why we laughed at the end of the day, because we followed our heart. We weren't following nobody. We just followed our heart instead, while everybody else was just monkey see, monkey do type stuff, pushing each other out the way just to get some breadcrumbs on the floor, killing each other, and then complaining, pretending to be victims, complaining about the news, complaining about the social, all this stuff about that. Why don't y'all do something? Why don't y'all do something? Don't y'all ever realize that there usually was an action that caused y'all this stuff? Have y'all ever asked yourself that one time? Have you ever asked yourself why you feel so sick and pathetic? But have you ever looked at the food that you're eating? The toxic, cancerous food that is rotting your intestines away, literally, as we speak? Have you ever looked at the heavy metals inside the fluoride water that you're drinking, because you don't want to invest in a gallon of spring water, distilled water, clean? Have you ever looked at, you're just glued onto Facebook all day? You ever wonder why you have all these headaches? Maybe because of the radiation being emitted from the technology. Have you ever thought about the blue light rays emitted from the technology that's causing your eyes to hurt? Have you ever wondered that your hands start feeling a little numb because of the radiation from the technology that you're using? Instead of accusing us, instead of being mad at us, instead of ducking us off, instead of typing up little statuses, thinking you so tough, but then you ain't never here in real life. You ever wondered that? There's a lot of things that's going on, And this is not to stir up nothing. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. I embrace peace. I embrace truth. I embrace harmony. There's a reason why. There's a reason why, especially even when I became a vegan, why so many people ran away from me because they scared. That's why. True love ain't scared. True love is natural, godly authority. If that makes any sense. Not that I'm better than nobody, but God is authority. Nature is authority. Okay, and I'm a vessel. Very heavily connected to it, that source, and I'm a vessel speaking, and it's speaking through me, delivering a message to you. But it's a big, massive thing going on. And sometimes we do feel like you just wish you had a magic wand just to be like, abracadabra, boom, and then boom. Everybody's just the same. Everybody's vegan. Everybody's lost weight. There's no more wars or anything. Yeah, of course I do have a plan or an intention or a dream or desire to have that happen. Do I know how that will happen? No, because I don't control anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't control anybody at all. At all. At all. At all. That's why I come in peace. Peace and love. That's it. Because I'm done trying to obsessively worry about anything. And it started off with the whole love thing. I feel like is where it went home, because all I wanted was just a faithful, loyal woman that was just deeply in love with me, and I'm deeply in love with her. Where we both have a high amount of love for each other. But then down the road, guess what? Women over here treating us like side pieces. Women up here flirting around with other guys. Women up here, like just going days without talking. But y'all live together. But y'all date. But you glued to a technology. You glued to a phone, but you can't even have a conversation with your own so-called partner. I've been through it. It's real stuff, and it's pathetic, to be honest with y'all. But luckily, I'm very grateful that I have something amazing now, and I'm grateful that all the times whenever I have been in a relationship with a woman, that I've always stayed faithful. I've always stayed loyal, no matter how hard, difficult, tough, or anything went. I always did, Yeah, I hear talk about open relationships, monogamy, this and that. That's a lot coming at me. And I'm very young and I have a lot to experience. But as of now, I'm cool. I'm grateful, growing with a partner. You know what I'm saying? Healing so many aspects that have been stolen from you, stolen from us, robbed from us. Our time has been elsewhere, working in jobs, studying in stupid schools, learning stuff that we don't even need to learn, and now it's like I'm on the other side of things where it's like, oh wow, guess what, Sky? You're finally leaving the lie that you've been living for so long. You're one of the rare few that's finally been awakening to this. Congratulations. That's how I feel, literally. That's what I'm going through, literally. But anyway, I'll be going through a lot of deep stuff. But, just open up about it. But, especially about the whole love thing. Initially, it's just the whole balance between the ego and the heart. The ego is where all the guys, all the girls are like, oh, yeah, let's go out to the club every night. Let's go out to the club every night. Let's do porn, Let's do porn, let's masturbate. Let's get prostitutes. This and that, That's the ego, honestly. That's a toxic, insanely, extremely toxic ego right there. And that's why I had to be overcoming. Because for so long, I was trying to do that. But guess what? I wasn't having nothing to show for it. It was a lot of quick fix stuff. Here today, gone tomorrow. And then finally, I started running out of the money. Started running out of energy. I'm like, man, all I want is just that simple old school stuff. And thank God, I only did that for about a year or two. That whole little phase or stage of life, going out to the club, living a destructive lifestyle. So I wanted to experience it, and I did experience it, and I learned that that's good. I don't need to go back to that, And there's some people that will continue that for the rest of their life, and that have been doing that continuously throughout their incarnations. You can see it in their energy, literally. People being born, you can see their past lives consisted of being a drunk all their life, and they continue it throughout their life and die off of pills and prescription medication from pharmaceutical stuff, man-made crap, just heavy, toxic stuff, throughout their life, hooked up to machines all the time, 24/7, not even able to have a natural heartbeat and have their organs naturally function. I'm grateful to not have that. I'm grateful to be healthy and well and to continue this throughout my life, where I don't need that stuff, where I don't need to be in a nursing home, where I don't need to be hooked up to a respirator machine or any of that stuff. I'm grateful for real. You know, but yeah, I'm going all over the place. But that's because I'm a free spirit. I have a lot of energy. I'm dope. But that's that thing, the whole ego thing. But then another part of me is like, oh, love. I started kind of opening up now. I started seeing some people that have polygamy. Some people that have multiple wives. This and that. I'm like, how do they pull that off? And I don't know, to be honest. But I'm cool with just one now. I do love. So I love the beauty of a woman for sure. It's just like I'm sharing with y'all just some truthful stuff that I had to overcome. Because part of it's like, oh, okay, I just, I'm cool with just love, just with one. And the other part is like, oh, when you're in a relationship, then, you have some confidence, but then there's all these other people, men and women. You're like wanting to either consider, some people cheat, some people communicate to leave the relationship to go be with them. Some people communicate and they embrace a polygamous relationship. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities out there, But one thing I will say, no matter what any of these labels or however this cookie crumbles or whatever, I do and I always will value being a main course, a main dish, a priority, like, you know, that's all I'm saying. And that's what I bring to the table. That's why I'm cool with just one. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with just the relationship, the continuous relationship I'm in. Because that's one thing about me, the 10-year plan. Shout out to my mentor, Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. He mentions focus on a 10-year plan. For me, it's always been love. I always see myself being in a loving relationship for the next 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, all the way out here in a relationship. So that's that. But, and just being a priority, you know what I'm saying? That's good enough for me. And then the other stuff flows as it's supposed to flow. But for me, I felt what really hit home for me to simplify things truly is just one and one. One love, truly. One love. Some people be biting off way more than they can truthfully chew. But for me, it's like I have no news, or I'm just a man. You know what I'm saying? It has yet to be brought to me that I'm a father. And it has yet to happen for me where I conceive, our children from the mother. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't happened yet. Will it? Yes, it will happen at the right time that the universe, God ordains it. But until then, that's what I'm saying. Some people bite off way more than they can chew. They get one, and then they want to sleep around with everybody, cheat, and this and that. Nah, I never been that type of guy, ever, ever, never, never, never. That's why I can sleep peacefully at night. That's why I can fall asleep laying next to the woman I love, naked, and pass out asleep, because I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to hide. I'm not lying or any of that stuff. So that's that. But yeah, I'm cool with one. If I embrace the universal love, I appreciate beautiful. I appreciate beauty. You know what I'm saying? I'll always admire and value the beauty of a woman for real. Straight up. And I love loving compliments. I love hugs. I love all the love I can get. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure we on the same page. That's the main thing, I guess, on this whole awakening thing I had to go through. Because I know for me, when I was in a relationship, like, there was some tension, there was some stuff going on. It just felt like, you know, it just felt like some vibes that weren't really cool. It felt like some disrespectful vibes were going on with the other party. You felt like they really didn't have your back, to be honest. You felt like if y'all went into a club or to a party, this or that, and like you don't know what they'll be doing, this and that. Not that we control nobody, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just gotta flow well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's gotta flow well. Nobody wants to be disrespecting your mom or your dad or any of that stuff. Nobody's in a marriage union or any type of intimate, deep, romantic union, and then all of a sudden the other person just cheats right in front of their face or this or that. Like it's not cool. Like true love is when both people honestly are on the same page. Otherwise you're like single, and I've been there where it's like you're technically still in the same space as them, but y'all left the relationship because you're so miserable